What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today I have a couple of things that I want to go over. So firstly, I want to go over the allegations that D.I.D and Me made about TeamPinata. And I also want to talk about some of the things that Multiplicity and Me and Fragmented Psyche had to say about them too. Fragmented Psyche. Look, everybody gets mad at me for saying it wrong, I get mad at me for saying it wrong when I'm editing, but my brain just doesn't. It says Fragmented Psyche, and that's what comes out of my mouth. So that's just what's gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's like when I say dissociation. Just, that's the way I'm gonna be saying it. But as well as that, I also want to do something a little bit different and give my actual honest opinion of TeamPinata and the whole situation. AKA, I want to lose all my subscribers, because that's what that's gonna do. Although now that I am saying this, I'm not actually sure if that's gonna be too long of a video to do everything in once. So I'll record everything now, and then while I'm editing, I'll see if I can fit it into one video, and if not, I can make it into 2 videos. Because yesterday's video, I had 1 hour and 40 minutes of footage, and I had to edit that. And it took me forever, and the video was still too long. It was 25 minutes. I hate that. I like my videos to be around the 10-15 minute mark. At maximum 20 minutes. So I don't know, we're just gonna see how we go. Hopefully I can fit it into one. Otherwise, the second part will be up tomorrow. Anyway, before we get into that, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload. And you can also check out the memberships. People keep telling me that they cannot see the join button. I don't know what that's about, because some people can and some people can't, and people have sent me screenshots as well saying, hey, it's not there. So I don't know if it's a country thing or not, but I'll leave a link in like the pinned comment for the memberships if you want to see them, if you don't see the join button. Anyway, let's just get on with the video. And sorry, I'm going off topic again, but somebody told me the other day that I have such trouble with like my voice and it cracking and me getting laryngitis and not being able to speak loudly because I'm speaking too low pitched for my natural voice, but I don't know how to speak any higher pitched. Is anybody like a vocal coach for speaking? Because I feel like I need one of those. I just feel like I never learned how to speak properly. I'm absolutely ridiculous as a human being, I know. Anyway, any voice experts want to tell me if I'm too low pitched or not? That's great. But let's stop talking about my voice and actually talk about the video topic. Great. So yesterday, after TeamPinata's post, D.I.D and Me, another YouTube channel, uploaded a reaction to the post. Now, I will leave a link in the description for the full video if you want to watch it, but they basically said that TeamPinata do not deserve to be forgiven. And they also said that they're not really sorry, which I think is a lot of people's opinions at the moment. But besides all of this and saying that, you know, they weren't going to support them, they didn't forgive them, we shouldn't forgive them, they also made some allegations against TeamPinata. Now, to be honest, these were quite vague, and no names were mentioned, so we don't really have any way to verify this or find out what exactly was going on. But they did make 2 claims. The first claim was that they had financially manipulated somebody. Now, they don't go into detail about this, they don't say who they financially manipulated, they don't explain what they mean by financial manipulation, so it's kind of hard to gauge what exactly they mean by that or what's going on. Now, this, compared to the second claim, is fairly light. Now, this one, again, is very vague, no names are mentioned, but D.I.D and Me claims that TeamPinata groomed a child alter. They don't say from which system, they don't say which child alter, and they don't say when this was. That's pretty much all they say. However, some people do think that there's more than just one person or alter involved here. In a pinned comment, Fragmented Psyche said, "What makes us more angry is that it's never just one victim. How many more are there?" So as it stands, the claims made by D.I.D and Me are completely speculative. So from that I'm going to move on, and I want to talk a little bit about what Multiplicity and Me had to say after TeamPinata made their post. Now on Reddit they spoke a little bit about TeamPinata's claims that some big D.I.D YouTuber had been pulling strings behind the scenes and trying to get everybody to hate them. And now obviously a lot of people thought that this was about Multiplicity and Me. because they are one of the biggest names in the D.I.D community. And they said, "We're beyond saddened to have read this. Not one system to our knowledge has ever worked against them. Maybe this is about us because of our part in saying, hey, this is not okay. We hope that that's not the case. We were even criticized by some in the community for not speaking out sooner. It broke our heart to be blamed when we are a mother and someone who has been through CSA. That hurt beyond what words could say. But equally, it was a serious accusation to make, and we wanted to at least make sure we were thinking logically and not going purely with our gut reaction, as written about in their post. We heard them out and tried to understand what was going on for them. We know very little on fetishes, so that part is all true. We wanted to try and understand how this was all happening. We wanted our gut to be proven wrong." So this is referring to TeamPinata's part of the post when they said that somebody in the community didn't understand fetishes and had admitted that they knew nothing about them. They told us that in those first few days that Kiwi Farms were wrong, and we took the chance to try and understand and listen to them. We wouldn't look at the drawings ourselves, but then more and more statements were being made about what they contained. We also didn't feel comfortable with the sneezing comparison video being released to people who didn't have informed consent that they were potentially watching a fetish. And although we were told it wasn't made as a fetish, it was done because it was cute, we did not feel comfortable with that. Our gut reaction didn't feel comfortable with that, and that's not an invalid reaction. Now, this is something that D.I.D and Me also said. If you don't know the sneezing video they're talking about, TeamPinata had a video up on their channel where all their alters compared their sneezes, which now, knowing what we know, that's a bit weird, and a lot of people have pointed out that they're not comfortable with it. Now, according to D.I.D and Me in their video, the sneezing comparison video that TeamPinata did was problematic because they did mean for it to be fetishized. And again, according to D.I.D and Me, they enjoyed having people unknowingly be included in their fetish, which, if true, is very weird and not okay. Completely crossing boundaries. When they asked us outright, we even told them that right now we felt uncomfortable by it all. We were never mean or rude to them. Those were simply our beliefs and our boundaries. We then listened to our friends, who were also feeling the same way as more information came to light. We saw perspectives because we felt like we were the only ones that had an issue with this. If we were seeing something incorrectly, we wanted to know. So this, I think, is referring to the fact that when the D.I.D community started to come out against TeamPinata, people were asking, well, why didn't you guys come out sooner? Why didn't Multiplicity and Me come out sooner? Why didn't the entropy system come out sooner? But we weren't the only ones feeling that way. Others were afraid to believe it too. And we were obviously aware of the serious reputation damage it could do if we all didn't stand as one. But that felt wrong and disingenuous. I felt for those in the community who were saying, this isn't okay. I'm being attacked for my opinion. And we chose to side with them, because that's what we felt too. We shared our conclusion in the chat. We all wished them the best to recover and to heal. No one was malicious. We were just saying we couldn't support this, as this wasn't how we feel. Which, honestly, I think is the very adult and responsible response to all of this, to say, hey, we don't like this, hope you can get better, but I'm not going to be a part of it. And that's definitely not manipulative or bullying as TeamPinata's posts would like you to believe, if they were talking about Multiplicity and Me. When you're in a group that insists everything is okay, but you see others are on the outside saying it's not, it's hard to see the woods through the trees. But weighing everything up, those were our boundaries and our decision about what's right and wrong, and that we couldn't support this. And it saddened us that this manipulation is being alluded to when community members simply said, hey, I'm not comfortable with your view, but we hope you get the support you need. We still do, and we do not regret our decision. We really do hope they get better soon. They know that's exactly what happened in the group, and we hope this isn't used to cause the community any further upheaval. People just want to move on and heal. We hope whatever projects they continue to do bring them the closure they need to. To be honest, I don't know what else they could possibly say. This is probably the nicest reaction they could give, saying, I'm not okay with this, I don't agree with your decisions, I hope you get better, don't wish you any ill. I do want to point out something a little bit funny. I'm recording on my phone, so I don't have the screenshots, so I said, okay, Kiwi Farms has everything. And there's one comment here. They posted my video and they said, the bland nothing thumbnail alone amused me. They certainly are back, Eva. They certainly are. And I just... it really is just a nothing thumbnail. I'm just sitting there like with their back written on the screen. I'll put it up so you can see. Look, I'm not a graphic designer. I don't know how to thumbnail. I don't even use Photoshop for my thumbnails because I can't use Photoshop. I'm completely inept. Also, my face in this looks completely done. The other problem I have is that I get the shots for the thumbnail from, like, I take stills from the video itself as I'm editing it. And when you do the stupidest faces constantly. It's so hard to get one where you don't look ridiculous. So this was the best I could do. But yeah, it's pretty shit thumbnail. So that in itself is a lot. But basically what they're saying is that they think that Nin and Nan and TeamPinata and Dissociadid are still together. And they claim that Nin asked if they would consider being friends with TeamPinata again. If this is true, it would definitely further people's beliefs in thinking that Dissociadid wrote TeamPinata's, I guess we're calling it an apology. It wasn't an apology, their statement. And they also straight up call TeamPinata a p***. So that's a lot.